Today's meditation is about the shadow aspect of ourselves. Those parts of ourselves that we keep tucked away, we keep them locked up in a closet for fear that other people will see them and we will be rejected. We may have learned very early on that there are certain parts of us that are acceptable and that are good, and other parts that are not acceptable, and then we deem them as bad. Sometimes we hear from our parents, or we hear messages, we interpret messages that this is good and this is bad. So if you're young and you're angry, your parents may send you to your room and say, come back out when you know how to behave. Or if you're grumpy or irritable and you see your parents getting irritated or your friends getting irritated, you may interpret that as this is a bad part of myself and I need to tuck it away and keep it hidden so that I don't lose the respect or the love or the approval of the people around me. And so we go through our lives and we accumulate these aspects of ourselves and we put them into this closet. We tuck them away into the shadow aspect, the shadow self. And when these parts of ourselves are disowned, the anger, the shame, the lust, the lying, the cheating, the violence, when those things are cut off and they're tucked away into this shadow aspect, this closet, they become destructive, they become toxic. And so our work today is to first admit and embrace that we have these aspects of ourselves. This is part of our human condition. It's just one aspect of the whole range of human emotion and the human condition. And when we don't embrace and include all aspects of ourselves, we live a fractured life. We live a life always feeling like we're missing something. We feel inadequate in some way. There's something missing, something more, and we can't quite place our finger on it. When we try and protect the people in our lives from the truth of who we are, it takes a great deal of energy. It's heavy, it's a burden. We're only showing people, the world around us, one aspect, that good aspect, what we deem as good. But we've got this whole other range of emotion of who we are that we keep hidden, we keep secret. And so at the shadow work, when we begin to bring those aspects that we've deemed bad out onto the stage of our life, allow those aspects to come out, to be seen, to be recognized with compassion and without judgment, we can begin to integrate those aspects back into the wholeness of who we are. And we can glean the wisdom, we can receive the gifts that each and every part of us has for us, so we can be more whole. Carl Jung said, I would rather be whole than good. And so this meditation today is about beginning that process of returning to wholeness, of embracing without judgment all aspects of our human nature, our human condition, and to receive and invite those gifts. So within the shadow aspects of ourselves, once those shadow pieces come into balance, they provide us with passion, with creativity, with vitality, life's vitality. It is life draining to try and suppress and resist these aspects of ourselves. For example, a healthy relationship with anger can provide us with a powerful fuel source for growth. From this place of balance, we begin to heal the rift between our authentic truth, the authentic self that holds all the power, the strength, the ability, the passion, the strength to actually create a life full of fulfillment, full of possibility, full of potential, full of that bigness, that's something more. that we're all yearning for. And so as we begin to prepare for our meditation, inviting the stillness, inviting the stillness, taking a deep breath and exhaling. Notice the chair that you're sitting in and how it supports your body. In these precious few moments that you're giving to yourself, this healing journey, just know that there's nowhere for you to go in this moment. There's nothing for you to do. These precious few moments, dropping deep within, following your breath down to your heart center. Notice your heart beating. Visualize or feel the beating of your own heart. Giving your body permission to relax, your shoulders to drop down away from your ears, your legs and your feet are heavy as they are supported by the earth and by the chair underneath you. And settling back into your heart center, sense or visualize a light shining out of your heart center and illuminating a beautiful pathway. This is the path of your heart. And sense or feel yourself walking down this pathway and notice what's around you, the beauty, the love, the peace of your spiritual heart that's creating this pathway for you. And at the end of this path, there's an archway with a little gate. And on the other side of this gate is the landscape of your spirit, your sanctuary. This is a safe, beautiful place. And when you're ready, opening the gate, pushing the gate open, and stepping into this landscape. And taking a moment to just notice what's around you. Notice what your landscape looks like or feels like. Know that this is a place where you can completely relax, where you can completely be yourself. All aspects of yourself are welcome here. Give yourself permission to exhale and to release any burden that you've been carrying. And our intention for this time today in your sanctuary is to invite and to welcome the parts of yourself that you've been resisting or trying to keep under control, trying to keep hidden from yourself and from others. And so when you're ready, finding a spot in your sanctuary, and inviting which part of yourself is ready to come back, is ready to be welcomed back. Maybe it's your anger, insecurity, disappointment. Which part of yourself have you decided is unacceptable to the outside world? And now you're ready to embrace this part of yourself as a strength. And so notice this part. It may look like you coming towards you, or it may look like something else, but just embrace it with no judgment, just compassion, gentleness, and ask it, what are your gifts? How can you benefit me in my life? How can we come into a healthy relationship with each other so I can be more whole? Just allowing this part of you to be present. To be accepted and loved by you. Noticing how disowning this part of yourself affects your outside life. Ask what gifts it can bring if it had a healthy expression in your life. What are the gifts of this characteristic, this quality? And once you feel complete and taking your time to really communicate and to have relationship with this part of yourself, and once you feel complete, embracing, opening your arms, allowing, accepting this part to come back home, allowing wholeness to happen as you open your arms and embrace this part of yourself, to embrace that intimacy, the truth of who you really are. This is part of you. This is a healthy, strong part of you. And making the commitment to keep giving attention, to keep giving love. So this part of you stays in balance, out in the light. It becomes a part of your wholeness, your truth, your authentic self, the authentic humanness of who you are. And you can take the time to invite other aspects of yourself that have been tucked away, inviting them, reconnecting bringing them back into the light so you may have more wholeness, a more healthy life. And now as we complete this meditation, coming back across your sanctuary again as a fuller, more whole person, stronger, more solid, more grounded. As you come through that garden gate and back onto the path of heart that brought you here, and settling back into your heart center and following your breath. With your inhale, your next inhale, feel the fullness, committing to embracing this aspect of yourself, of bringing it home. Claiming the healthy relationship that you're cultivating and you're developing with all aspects of yourself. And during this week, taking a few minutes to thank that emotion for its gifts, to embrace it as an important teacher in your life. Writing down and journaling what the gifts or the life lessons that this has for you. Visualize how you can receive and use these gifts as you step into the light as a fuller, more truthful version of yourself. Journaling about what this emotion was or is and how it comes up in your life, what it causes you to feel about yourself when it's imbalanced, and how you can use it as a fuel source. Use the gifts it offers as you move throughout your day. And remember Carl Jung, I would rather be whole than good. Thank yourself for this beautiful journey and honor yourself, all aspects of yourself, as you move throughout your day.